Hey guys, Jared here, and it's funny, it's the next day and there's another video, and I was just telling you guys that you can expect videos to, potentially slow down or at least not be on a fixed schedule. And while that's certainly true, there was some really big news released last week, just a few days ago actually, about the Nintendo Switch. And it's really funny. I was extremely excited about Nintendo's NX platform with the rumors that it was going to be this hybrid console that you would take with you but also could play at home. And the reason for this is because of the new consulting gig, and because I'm taking courses and everything else. I'm just extraordinarily busy right now, that spending time like on the sofa like I'm doing right now in front of the TV isn't really realistic. It's not going to happen. I actually canceled all of my pre-orders for the rest of the year because of that. I didn't get the PlayStation VR. I did not get the Gears of War 4, and so on and so forth. And I've done this purposely because I know I'm not here. I'm not at home. I'm not in one central location. So I really wanted to do this video to say that my mind frame for the Nintendo's NX platform was that, this is a platform I can take with me as I go somewhere. I'll be traveling around, I'm not at home all the time. That's really enticing to me. It's very, very exciting. And ever since Dragon Quest VII hit, which was in September, I haven't stopped playing my 3DS. That's like my go-to platform right now. So having sort of like a follow-up to that when I am home, I can, dock or something and play on the big screen, is very, very exciting. And that's exactly what happened. All of the rumors were essentially proven right, in essence. For those that don't know, if you're watching this, you know what the Nintendo Switch is. I mean, you saw it. It was like basically like a 3-minute and 30-second, 3-minute, 40-second video, something like that, which is just a trailer showing all millennials playing with the NX. So what is the NX in short? I'm just going to give you some of my impressions. And then I want to hear what you guys think of this, of course. So basically what it is the gamepad from the Wii U, sleeker, thinner. It doesn't look so much like a toy, if you will. It looks much more like an Apple product, a Samsung product, a new Microsoft product. It looks very sleek, very nice. And the sides of the unit, let me take my my iPad here. The sides, it's nowhere near this big. The sides of the unit actually remove, okay? So on this side and this side, you have your analog sticks, and yes, they are actually like this now. So you have, for your left hand, it's up higher than on the than your right hand. So it looks very much like this, okay? It looks very, very much like this, but imagine if these two sides were, you could slide them off. And the idea with that is that you slide them onto an actual controller, so when you're at home you can just game away, but then you can take them off and slide them onto the screen portion, which is docked when you're at home and plugged into the TV. So it's very, very interesting. They also have a Pro controller, which it looks very much like this. That's all one piece. And I mentioned, Steven said, no way they're going to do this, but I said, I really hope they include that in the box. That'd be awesome. So not only would you get the screen, the two sliding portions on either side, but you'd also get a real controller. Some really cool stuff is that on the actual, I don't want to say tablet because we don't know, they haven't confirmed if it's a touch screen, and in the video you didn't see anything of people touching the screen, but I'm pretty sure it would be a touch screen. It'd be very odd if it wasn't, but whatever. It has like a little like stand type thing so that you can stand it up, and you can actually then take the two little side controllers and just use them like you would the nunchuck controller. So same sort of idea where you could just do this, you're like la la la, and you're playing away. Each one of those on the side, they have an analog stick and 4 buttons. That's right, there's no D-pad this time around. That's very, very interesting. At least on that one. On the Pro controller there is. And so instead of being a D-pad, it's basically an up, down, left, right button on the left-hand side, and then your usual A, B, X, Y on the right hand side. And I think there must be triggers or something at top. I don't remember. I saw them going like this, so there must be, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 or whatever. So that's, in an overview, that's it. And the concept wise, I don't think I really need to explain it. It's really, really simple. You can use the tablet portion, and I know I'm saying that, but we don't know. It could be a screen portion, whatever. Like this, on the go. Looks very much like something like the Vita. Okay, it would be something like that, except much, real analog stick sort of deal. And, well, technically the Vita was, but whatever, whatever the case may be. And you can leave it just like this and then slide it into the dock, or you can remove the top, the left and right rather, controller portions and slide it into the dock, and that's when you will have full access. Now, we don't know anything much. We know that it does have the Tegra chip inside from NVIDIA, but we don't know anything about power or anything like that. We do know that it uses game cartridges, just like the DS, but they look significantly thicker, meaning that they're going to hold a lot more storage. We also know that there's no physical backwards compatibility between anything. It's a brand new platform. That is pretty obvious. It doesn't have 2 screens. We don't even know if the one screen is a touch screen. So obviously it's not going to be, compatible with the 3DS, for example, which is interesting. Now, Nintendo said nothing about this. They just released this video and that's pretty much it. All of us are speculating that, there will never be another portable system from Nintendo, that this is it. They're combining both fields, if you will, together. So they're going to have their portable and their console markets unified in one dedicated platform now. The reality of that is, though, that we don't actually know that. Because if you look at Nintendo's portable strategy moving forward, they were always backwards compatible to one another. Always. If they're going to break with that tradition with the Switch, cool, okay, that's fine. It's just, what if there is another dedicated portable coming out? We don't know. Part of me at this point is like, this might be cool, guys, to just throw all your eggs into this one basket. I know from a business perspective it is good and smart to have 2 different platforms. The reason for that is if one does do better, the other one, you can afford the other one to do a little bit worse. The problem is with Nintendo now, they've proven that they can't keep a modern day console going by themselves. They just can't. They don't have enough manpower to do that. Their portables as well, they don't have the ability to do it themselves, but with their portables, they've been so successful, they haven't needed to do it by themselves. So third parties coming in has been just natural. And if they're able to get those people that were on the 3DS involved and on board with the Switch, then they're pretty much made. They're going to have the best of all worlds. And if they're able to combine their internal resources under one umbrella, the Switch, well, we haven't seen that sort of thing happen since the very early to mid going into the late 80s when the Game Boy was originally revealed and released, rather, in 1989. So this is kind of exciting. There is some really cool stuff that could happen here. If they only have the Switch, it means that we could get a wide assortment of games. It's not a concern, that's not the right word, but my only sort of like, how are they going to do this? My only curiosity here is Nintendo's been very specific that if you make portable games, they don't play the same, they don't feel the same as console games. But if this is a hybrid, what do you do? Like, who do you cater to in that sort of sense? Like, are we going to be catering for the console market and then you can continue your adventure quite literally on the go? Or do we also make portable friendly offerings included in this? And you see, this is why I'm saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that there could be a follow-up to the 3DS as a standalone device. Just because it would be a 100% portable only device. But I don't see them doing that, considering then it's like, well, then you're almost cannibalizing your own market. And with what I said about them supporting their own systems. So moving forward, I'm going to go under the assumption that this is going to be their standalone, hurrah system. We'll see what happens, whether or not that actually happens. But right now I'm extremely excited for what I've seen. I really, really like the concept. And like I said, right now in my life, I think it's perfect. It's what I need right now. If I want to play video games at all, they cannot be attached to my giant TV. They just can't. Because if they are, I'm not home to play them. But with this is interesting. Because this I can play anywhere, on the go, in the plane, on the train, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And then I can continue that adventure when I finally do get back home, dock it, and I'm good to go. So this is exciting. I'm actually really looking forward to this. We saw some stuff. I mean, they showed Splatoon, they showed Mario Kart, which apparently these weren't brand new games. They were like Wii U versions, but they included different things, different racers, maybe different designs for Splatoon's case, and then we did finally see a brand new 3D Mario game, which reminded me a hell of a lot of Super Mario 64. It actually looked like that same sort of setting where one section looked like it almost was like could have been a hub world type of thing, and then the other was more of your classic level where he was doing a triple jump, which I thought was really, really interesting. So that I'm really excited about. Looks really cool. And just the whole concept, I could go on and on, but like it's really interesting being able to take that device, put it down, take off the controllers, give one to your friend, and you're both doing multiplayer right there. What if you both have one? You can then do like sort of like, not split screen, but it's almost like a local area connection between the two of you. You can LAN it. Just a lot of different things, a lot of really, really, really cool stuff. I like what I saw. I mean, I know there's going to be people who are like, yeah, but what about the power? Is it going to be limited because it's this, that? There's so much stuff we don't know, guys. We don't know anything. We don't know what the tech specs are of this thing. We don't know what the battery life is of this thing. We don't know all kinds of stuff. We don't even know if it has a damn touchscreen. And we're not going to find out, apparently. We're only going to get some updates next year. So that's kind of interesting to me. But I am excited. I am really excited for this. It looks great. It would be phenomenal if there was no bad news. But we know that you have to wait for the other, shoe to drop, as they say. There's going to be bad news. There always is with every platform. Let's just hope that it's all manageable. I'm just hoping that the device itself has like an SD card, and then I don't care what its internal storage is. Whoop-de-doo. We just buy an SD card, plop it in there, and away you go. Battery life is going to be a big one though, because if battery life is like 2-3 hours, something like that, that's going to be brutal. That could be the deciding factor, right? Because if it's not portable at all, then you're left with basically a weaker home console compared to where the Microsoft and Sony are going. So I don't want to say concerned, but there's still a lot Nintendo has to talk about. There's a lot they have to reveal. There's a lot more information I really want to see come from Nintendo. But this is a good first step. That was a very good commercial. I showed that to Serena, and she right away was like, "Wow, that seems pretty cool. Like it's an interesting concept." She's like, "Who? This is Nintendo? Wow." She's not a gamer at all, but she appreciates that. They are trying to do something different, and that's very, very interesting. So overall, I mean, I'm very excited to see where they go with this. I have lots and lots of questions. I really want to see some software, man. But we'll get there. It's okay. They did what they needed to do, which was to come out, explain what this was. There's no misconception. We know this has nothing to do with Wii. We know this has nothing to do with the DS line. This is its own original piece of hardware, and this is what it does. This is how it does it, and I'm good with that. I'm really happy with the direction that they're going in, and for me right now in my life, that's perfect. I will play this platform more than any of the other ones because I'm always on the go. So it'll be really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So I guess my question now is for all of you, what did you think of the reveal? What are you looking forward to? What are you hoping? What are your hopes and dreams for the Nintendo Switch? I'm not 100% sure on that name myself, but outside that, I'm really looking forward to this. And now I'd like to know what you guys think of the Switch. And leave a comment, let me know, and let's get a good old-fashioned COE discussion going. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.